I absolutely love this training day. It's the last day of the week and it's the one where I always get to go super heavy and get myself into that super psychotic mode of getting hyped up for a lift, getting the music on, getting the adrenaline pumping, and it's just it's an amazing feeling. I think that's why powerlifters really love powerlifting, because you know, you can have a massive surge of adrenaline just before a lift and there's that euphoria of getting the PB afterwards. But yeah, it's going to be short-lived because obviously you then are constantly looking forward to see what the next PB is going to be, and that is going to be next week. So I can't celebrate too much, but I'm very happy with how that set was. I think that's the most important thing, is I actually thought the form was really good, having looked back over the footage. A few weeks previous, the form hasn't quite been there and there's things I needed to tweak, but looking back at that, I was really happy with the descent and how controlled it was. Also, I was doing, I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm doing one pause and one normal squat this time round, rather than the two pauses, just because I think I found last week that the two pauses was just a little bit too much, so we've changed the programming slightly. And yeah, just absolutely chuffed with how that went. Working on bench now, and I'm working up to 135 kilos, which isn't light. It's the heaviest I've done during this sort of lockdown. So I need to focus for that, get that done, and then just chill out for the rest of the weekend. Okay, another week of training begins. It's Tuesday today and it's another squat day. Once again, getting heavier with the weights. I think we're working up to 185 kilos for a triple today, so it's fairly linear in the progression on squat at the moment. We are just ramping it up sort of 5 kilos on my back squat each week. I thought I'd quickly show you what I'm having generally every day for my first meal of the day, and it is lean beef mince, so 5% fat beef mince, and I have 250 grams of that. It's just a good way of getting a good amount of protein in really quickly. You don't really have to think about eating it, it's not too much of a chore to eat. And then I finish that off with some blueberries, grapes, and I've got this Linwood's flax, chia seed, apple and cinnamon, which is just a good way of getting some extra healthy fats in there, and it actually tastes really good. So I just sort of sprinkle that on top, and then I finish it off with a little bit of maple syrup for a little bit more extra sweetness and some extra carbs as well. So this probably won't be my pre-training session meal. I'll probably have another one just before, just some more carbs or something, but generally this is what I'm eating every day at the moment. I'm just like in a bit of a phase of eating beef or steak as my first meal of the day, and it's got a lot of like creatine in it anyway, so I do feel it like does actually benefit my training and my recovery. So once I've had this, I'll also have my Alpha Men vitamins and some omega-3 for some omega-3s. So yeah, let's smash this, and then I'll have one more meal, and then we're going to go and squat. I realise this is an incredibly boring meal, but sometimes I just can't be bothered to be making fancy meals, and it's just easy just to fry up some lean beef mince in 2 minutes and just eat it within 5 minutes, and I don't really have to think about it. So that's the reason why. Also this week I'm going to try and make a conscious effort of tracking my calories, just because I've been very relaxed with doing that, and I find when I'm actually tracking my calories and knowing how much protein, carbs and fats I'm eating, generally I perform better in the gym, but it's also knowing why my weight is fluctuating, because my weight does fluctuate quite a lot at the moment, and that is purely because I don't know how many calories I'm eating each day. So if I can get on top of that and actually calculate what I'm having, then I can actually work out the reasons why I'm either gaining weight or losing weight. And it's good to be a bit more consistent with the diet as well. If I'm sort of having 4,000 calories on one day and then 2,000 calories on the other day, that's just not consistent, and your body just doesn't know what you're doing. Is it coming or going? Is it going up or is it going down? You know, and from a performance in the gym point of view, that's not ideal. It's good to try and keep a consistent calorie intake with protein, carbs and fats. That way your body can actually keep up with what you're trying to do. Delicious.
2 hours later.
Okay, so my pre-workout meal is just going to be a scoop of pre-workout with 5 grams of creatine and 2 kiwis, just for some quick, easy carbs. I was going to have some porridge, but I thought that would be sitting in my stomach a little bit too long while I train. So yeah, just a couple of kiwis pre-workout, and that should be enough to see me through. Delicious. Welcome to the gym. Right, we're working on bench first of all, and I'm working up to, I think it's a top set of 137.5 today, which is the heaviest I've benched in a very long time. I can't remember the last time I did 140, so I think the last time I went for a personal best is the last time I benched really heavy. So we're getting back up there, feeling quite confident with bench, just still warming up. Got 111 on the bar at the moment for Craig's set, and then we're squatting, and I just found out, having looked at the programme, that I'm doing doubles today and not triples, which is obviously a relief, because any reps less than what I thought I was doing is obviously a bonus. Easy, yeah. Nice. Happy with that.
Alrighty then.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
What are we doing in here? See, Craig's gym has just got the best facilities available. We've got a nice little toilet in the corner, if you get ever caught short. So, worth the £10 membership. Right. Anyway, bench moved pretty well, managed to get 137.5. Moving on to squats now, 185 for a double. This is around about the weight where I hurt my back before, so naturally there's going to be a little bit of trepidation, but I'm sure I'll be fine. How heavy are you going today, Craig?
190.
190 for how many reps?
5.
For 3 sets of 5?
3 sets of 5.
Nice.
Case of 4 deadlift.
Yeah. Getting back up there though. Won't be long.
It will be long.
Have patience, patience. What were you doing before this lockdown? It was like 235 for 5 or something?
Yeah, 235, 5, I think 244 for 3s after heavy doubles.
Yeah, so you're obviously in a different phase of training at the moment. You're looking a bit more at hypertrophy, and then you'll get back into that strength phase.
Hypertrophy sucks.
It does. No powerlifter likes bodybuilding stuff.
Like that.
Absolutely my adductor.
Ooh. Yeah.
On your right one? Yeah, on the first rep.
On the first rep is when you relax.
squats, man, just so shit at the moment.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that for like 8. Fuck's sake. Fuck it, if the first few reps now feel horrible, I'm not completing the set.
Just go on how it feels, don't push it.
Fuck this, I'm not squatting today, it's fucking awful. Right, back home. Got to be honest, that was a bit of a demoralising session. Only managed to work up to 180 kilos, didn't manage to get to the 185 because on the first rep of 180 I felt a very small pop in my adductor once again. Didn't really hurt, but I was a bit like, a bit fishy. Managed to go for the second rep, still no pain, but then it sort of started to get a little bit tight and I was just like, I'm not even going to bother trying going for that 185 because I didn't want to make it worse. I literally just did one rep on 144 and my body just wasn't having it. I think, to be honest, mentally I probably gave up a little bit. Just didn't feel great. Just everything was hurting. Motivation was then shot at that point. Did some rows and then just came home. So I'm gonna try and have a little bit of a stretch and a mobility session now. Just gonna do half an hour of really trying to just stretch out and loosen my body up, because I think that's probably some of the problem. The fact that I'm just during the lockdown, I'm just doing so much sitting down that naturally my hips are getting a lot tighter than they would do otherwise. So yeah, a little bit of mobility. Hopefully that will like ease it off. Might have like a warm bath just to try and ease off just how the adductor's feeling at the moment as well, just with it being quite tight. But yeah, just gonna get it out of my head, move on from it. But it is weird how my SSB is feeling great at the moment, but my back squat just isn't. So I can't quite work out like mechanically why not, because it doesn't feel too much different. Obviously there's biomechanically it is slightly different, but from my lower body mechanics I don't see how it should make that much of a difference, but it seems to be at the moment. Whether just I'm going into the first session of the week, the back squat session, a little bit fatigued from the SSB, I don't know, but something I just need to keep working on, because I don't want to just give up. I want my back squat to be back where it was, but while I'm squatting in pain, I can't really seeing it get back to anywhere close to where it was. But yeah. Anyway, rant over. Let's go do a little bit of easy for me to say, mobility. Alright then, so as you can see, I've just got out of the bath, which was quite nice, quite relaxing. It's put me in a little bit of a better mood than when I got back from the gym earlier. Good mobility session as well, just did half an hour of sort of foam rolling and stretching. That's made me feel a little bit better as well. Can still feel the sort of niggle in my adductor, but that's not going to go away in half an hour. So yeah, just having my final meal of the day now. Again, trying to eat reasonably clean, so I've got some chicken there. Going to have that with some rice and a little bit of veg, and that's pretty much going to be it for the rest of the day in terms of food. I'll probably have a protein shake just before I go to bed, and that'll be it. So trying to have lots of protein throughout the day, as I mentioned before. So yeah, hopefully that's going to help with the recovery side of things, and trying to get into a good routine of like sleep and that sort of stuff as well. The mobility stuff, I'm definitely going to start doing that more. That's something I've definitely neglected. So yeah, just do better is the message, I suppose. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video here, guys, because yeah, there's not much more I can show you in terms of content this week. I mean, I'm going to be deadlifting and doing my SSB again later in the week, so we'll see how that goes, but that'll be in the next video. As for now, I'm going to eat the food, play a little bit of Warzone, because that's generally what I do in the evening. So yeah, going to crack on with that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please leave it a like if you have, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.